Custom order for Allison, featuring Quebec nephrite jade. Hello everyone, this is Julie from FemmeMecanique Designs. Today I'm gonna be working on Allison's pendant. The pendant is gonna be made with silver and a piece of jade from Quebec, the Jeffrey mine. So I'm gonna cut a few pieces and show you the whole process. And she's gonna pick at the end the one she wants. So finger crossed she will like something. I have 6 pieces and I'm gonna cut them and show you what they look like, and then I'm gonna get inspired by them to create the silver pendants. This project started because she ordered a pendant on my website, and then I thought, why not make a bunch of pendants and she can choose her favorite, just because I feel that I'm a bit better now, so she could have the option. The only requirement was to have something more rounded, no straight edges. I asked also, can I do some cutouts at the back, because I really like that, and she said yes. And yeah, she let me be creative, and thank you very much, and hopefully you're gonna love one of them. I used to order all these backplates, all the silver sheets, but the thing is that it's really expensive, and silver has gotten really expensive these days. So what I do now, since I have a lot of scrap, but really good scrap without any soldering, I take that and I make the backplates myself. So you're gonna see all the steps. Of course, it takes a lot of time, but you will save money in the end. In between, every maybe 3-4 times I roll something, I heat it again. And you saw the Sharpie? This is to show when the line is gone, then it's annealed to its desired heat. My aim is 0.8 millimeter silver sheets. I'm at 0.9, so I'm almost there. I wanted to cut them right now just to make sure I had enough in case I needed to make more. But yeah, I had enough. Yay! As a jeweler, you have 2 options for the bezel strips. You can purchase them in fine silver 0.999 or sterling silver 0.925. Sometimes I use sterling, but for this project I decided to use fine silver because I can shape it so well around the stone and it can be a bit thicker. I like the look of it. Another tip for the jewelers: when I solder my bezels on their own, I heat well and I use hard silver. So in my mind, I do kind of a mix of fusion and soldering. And then when I shape it, I solder it with also hard silver on the back plate. That allows me then to use medium solder for the bail, because I don't want to go in the easy solder zone because it's going to tarnish too fast. For the designs at the back, I just drew with a Sharpie with my instinct, you know, something really quick in a GIF. And then I use a drill to make different holes so I know where to aim and also where to put my saw blade. And at the end, I clean with a tool that dentists use. I'm gonna put the name here. Which cutout is your favorite? Most of the stone jewelry I make are not perfectly symmetrical. Like, there's always a little bit of unevenness to it. It's more organic and it's not like commercial jewelry. There's a more raw aspect to it. It's never gonna be perfect, but you know, there's soul behind it. I often find myself going back and forth. I make everything smooth and then I polish, but sometimes there's always something else that, oh, I think I missed something here. So you'll see I come back sometimes to doing a little bit of fine-tuning. The paper clip is always my best friend for polishing. I like the back of the bezel to be thicker. Sometimes people use a really thin backing, but when you do cutouts, you want it to be thick enough so when you polish, then everything is so smooth and there's nothing sharp poking. So I didn't like the way it looked around the stones, so I'm going back with 3 different tools. You're not gonna see everything in the video, but I use a kind of a rubber silicone disc. I use a graver, and I use a kind of burnisher that I made to go around stones to push the metal. Here I'm doing a cold oxidation. It's not with the liver of sulfur because I wanted to target where the dark was going to be. And it's really subtle, but I really like it. In a few seconds, you'll see the final result.
Nephrite jade is really interesting. Sometimes it stays matte and some other times it polishes super well. For the back of this pendant, I made a texture that is a little bit frosted, just to fit with the starry night. This one has a lot of different greens, and it polished really well. I like doing these little evergreen trees. This one is a bit more uneven, and I did some texture on the sides. This is the one called Moss and Snow from the beginning, and this one has a little mountain. Can you see the little texture on top and at the bottom, the lines? And the last one, this one is also part of the piece that has moss and snow. I thought of making the back more minimal for this one. I find it suits it better.
Thank you for watching the video. Thank you, Allison, for ordering a pendant. It was a really great opportunity for me to make a bunch and to explore different backings and different styles, and I'm also super inspired when I have a custom order. So yeah, thank you so much, and hopefully you guys will visit my website. I'm sponsored by me, FemmeMecaniqueDesigns.com, and it's gonna get nicer and nicer as the days go by because we're gonna put more efforts into it. Let me know if you have any ideas on video making. See you on another video. Woo!